Hey everybody, it's Fun here once again. Hope you're doing well today. I'm rambling about the Intellijel FSR, the force sensing resistor. It's a 1U module, basically a pressure plate for performance tools. It is dead simple, but I think this video might not be unlike my usual videos. I think we're just gonna, rather than start with an intro jam, I'm going to talk about a bunch of different scenarios to use it with. So if you will, bear with me. I would normally say something like, it sounds like this, and then jump into a jam. So forgive me if this video is a little bit different. I've been putting off doing a video on this one for a while just because I think the format on my part might get a little wonky, might be a little weird. But that's okay. I think we're going to actually have some fun with it because there's a lot of different things that you can do with what is a pretty simple and to its benefit module. It's 10 HP. It is 1U. It is a big old touch plate, basically. And so what it does is outputs a gate signal at the bottom in the red LED while you're touching it, and then outputs up to 5 volts of CV in the top output based on how hard you press it. So if I'm pressing lightly, pressing harder, it gets brighter and brighter, which outputs more and more up to a full 5 volts. Now, I've been using this in a bunch of different configurations, and I think we're just going to basically for this video go through all of the different ideas or go through some patch ideas, because really, like when it comes to the module, I've kind of talked about everything that there is to say, but there's so much you can do with just that, right? So gate output, or just a CV, or both. 2 random factoids about my module before we get into it. I bought this in a pawn shop on Main Street in Vancouver, which I thought was really funny that, like, I don't know, you just don't see Eurorack in a pawn shop, or I didn't expect to. They also have the DivKid mutes, which I regret not buying, but this was like $40 from the pawn shop, and I just, like, I don't know, I just think that's funny to, just like such a niche hobby that can be so expensive to end up in a pawn shop. I always wonder what the circumstances were, but hey, now they end up in my hands. The other side of it too, this adhesive plate, I don't know if it's just because it was in the pawn shop for so long, but it seems like there's like all this dust gets stuck under it, because I think this is just like a sticker underneath, right? I just assume there's a bunch of adhesive applied to the panel because the ribbon cable goes out through the side. I don't know if that's like pawn shop dust, but it all got clung onto the sides underneath. I don't care at all, but I just thought that was like a funny thing to point out. But I've tried to light this in a way that hopefully doesn't look as disgusting as it probably actually is, and that's okay. I don't really care. Anyway, I just wanted to point those 2 things out, because if you follow every video, which God, I hope you don't, there's just a little interesting bit about mine. So I thought what we might do, maybe we'll start out with this one in the patch that I'm currently using it. So forgive me as well, the iPad's probably going to be shifting around a lot today, and I'm also going to try and not copyright claim this, so yeah. Here's a filter for now, but I think maybe the best place to start with this is to show you how I'm using it in my current setup, actually, and basically I've been working on a live rig for trying to do some performance stuff and perform the stuff that's on my EPs with my vocals on it. And I'm trying to bring that into the rack. Now, I bought an Octatrack and trying to make that happen, but the sample management is like really clunky. I actually like the workflow of the Octatrack, but the sample management itself, when you're loading in as many as I was, is really clunky. So we'll see what happens with that down the line. But basically what I've done in the meantime is I'm using the FSR to launch clips in my sample player. So you'll see the output, the gate output here is multed on the case itself here. And then 2 of those gate outputs are triggering 2 different tracks on the Bitbox Micro. So I have an instrumental track and a non-instrumental track on there. And basically by using this, I can hit play. And then I think I actually have the wrong project going on here. Yeah. But I can launch sorry. Even if I have the right track, I don't want to get copyright claimed again like I did last time I used it. That way I can launch with the press of a button. As you can see, it's going on the screen now there too. I can just launch my 2 tracks by there. I do have to cycle through my CV inputs to launch different tracks, but that's just fine. I basically get my Octatrack start on that screen and stop on this one. Now, you might be saying, why can't you just go on the screen and press the 2 of them at the same time? Well, if you don't hit them exactly at the same time, like I get weird phasing issues because I want to crossfade between my vocal track and the instrumental track, and my vocal track includes the instrumental track in the background of it. So if I don't time them exact by use of a mult, then they get super finicky, and I get weird phasing issues, and you can't crossfade them, basically. So that's one of many uses for it. Now, that is super niche, but I just feel like it's patched up, so it's the best place to start in my mind. However, you know what? Maybe it'd be fun. I can give you a little teaser from the album. That'd be fun, I reckon, if you'll indulge me. And then I can get copyright claimed later down the line when it comes out. At that point, I think that's just fine to do. Let's try that, actually. Maybe we can stay in this case more that way. So I'm going to run the output of the Bitbox Micro, and I'm going to run it in the data bender. And this was what I was thinking, and this is something I did previously, that this is really fun, something that needs both CV and gate, because often I find when it comes to the FSR, you're just using the CV, which is great, but maybe we can find a use for it that is more. So we're running output of that. That is good. I want to, forgive me, we want to run the output of the data bender in as well. So we'll take that over here. So let me go through these tracks and listen. Hold on. I don't want to play that one. I really like this track, so let's play that one. And you can still hear my voice on crossfading. Now I do need to tap in the clock for this here, so let's just tap. Yeah, I'm super stoked on this track now. Running through the data bender, you don't hear anything, but if we set the gate in here to, I don't know, let's do corrupt. I'm super stoked with this song. Sorry. Promise I won't say that the whole time. There's vocals coming to this too, so will be different down the line eventually, but let's go in, CV and gate. So what we get here, to bring in my mix. Bring the corrupt CV. Now corrupt is a bad example because the gate is cycling through the modes. Let's do the break instead. So come over to the break. Yeah. Mix it all the way in, and now CV is going to bring it in. Let's make sure my clock is going. Yeah. And then maybe we can use it on our bend gate. We might want to do momentary mode for these, but I just wanted to demonstrate basically how you could activate them. Take my gate out. Get back into just that CV mode. So now I'm going to bring in the amount of break through here. So ready? Totally dry. And then break. Maybe we want to do that for the corrupt. So I can use this, and then as a performance tool, take the finger. Yeah, different song. This is a good one. I promise I won't say that about everyone. Ready? Press the button. Up, drop. Yeah. Do some of my breaks. Yeah, it's another example. I could also use this as a tap tempo. If you take your gate output and send it into the gate, to do into the clock input, you could clock it by going. Now let's see. I might have done that too slow. Hold on. 2, 3, 4. clock should be going. Now, I'm not unplugging it fast enough. And it has a clock on there. But the idea remains. That can be gates on the performer. Ready? Reverb's on, but maybe I want to do the tape stop. Yeah. Bumping everything. Yeah. Let's preview another song too. Maybe, so if I go into the CV output now and I'll do two different modules. So this is going to trigger the glitch on the performer, and then the CV can control my filter cutoff. So I'll put overseer on there, and forgive me, this is going to also process my voice. Yes, it is. And that's okay. So if we play this, know this, right? Maybe we, just to hear the filter now, CV pressing goes up a little bit. Filter me out all the way if I'm pressing too hard. So we're going to put the patch in the glitch just for now. I'm not actually going to use that, but we'll take another cable out here just as my mult, because we need a little bit of attenuation on that for my own control. So if we listen to it. Yeah, so that's full pressure. Yeah. Now I get a little bit more. I'll attenuate a little less. Little drop. Put my gate into the glitch input. Like I said, probably, filter my voice, probably want to use just the CV output for the most part, but let's do a little bit of that. Filter, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I will say you do kind of need to use the attenuator because it's not quite precise, or at least I'm not precise enough to really fine-tune that without it. But that's okay. Attenuation is a very normal part of Eurorack. All right, let's go into the next track. That's another one. Maybe I'll use my gate to kind of, no, I don't get gate over the color, but that's a shame. Filter. Glitch. Vocals coming on this one eventually. Tap, 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 tap. Glitch out. Glitch back in. Glitches out. And yeah, there's big buttons to use them, but still. Funny. I'm tafony, having too much fun. I hope you're doing well. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.